Hey guys, welcome back to Ollie Talks Airsoft. Apologies if I sound a bit off today, just got a bit of a cold, but I still wanted to bring you guys something. So, in front of me is my Type 89 rifle, and anyone that's been following my recent updates will know that I've had a few problems with this, whereby basically it stopped feeding BBs and ultimately stopped working in the field, let me down. I didn't have the best of experiences with it, which is a real shame. However, I identified what the problem was, and I identified what the fix was as well. And the fix was basically to buy a new nozzle. And the only place that's currently got them in stock is Kick, which is Keeping Continuation from Taiwan. And unfortunately, they don't ship to the UK. So, unfortunately, I can't get my hands on one at the moment. And Impulse 101 and everywhere else that I would normally go, Eagle 6, they're all out of stock. So, and I think the only other place I had them was Red Wolf, also out of stock. So basically this, the feeding part at the bottom had bent slightly upwards, and what it was doing is it was just gliding over the BBs each time, and you could tell because the bolt wasn't fully going into battery. So you could always identify that there was a problem. So what I've actually done is I borrowed my housemate's hairdryer and extended the nozzle like this, blasted this area with the hairdryer, and then basically took my knife, I don't know where it is, doesn't matter what it is, it's a knife, and basically went in and just started bending it back upwards and just applying the heat and just gently bending it back. So I did that maybe for about 5 minutes, so tried not to melt the actual nozzle part itself. And prior to that, I did actually heat the blade of my knife with a lighter and pressed it against this, because it was so malformed that it just needed something to like get that structure back. So hopefully, if I zoom in, you'll be able to see maybe a little bit of damage that I've done, but it's actually at least pointing in roughly the right direction now, which is something it just wasn't doing previously. So if I can get the camera to focus, I don't think it will. There, you can kind of see. So yeah, basically now it does seem to be functioning. So as they say, necessity is the mother of invention. So because I needed this gun working, or well, I didn't need it working, I wanted the gun working, and it wasn't. It's led me to basically get, if the nozzle's already broken and it's not feeding BBs, what's the worst that's going to happen? It's still not going to feed BBs. I'm in the same position. So let's check that this is all working. So it should be. Everything seems to be in place. Everything's cooled down plenty. So do this blind. No, can't. There we go. This is always the hardest bit, feeding this spring up through. So yeah, I probably wouldn't have done anything to the nozzle had I been able to get one from somewhere else, but it's just that not being able to get it from anywhere else, and having no alternative. If I actually want to use this, then it's basically, yeah, fix it. So this is one of those things with gas rifles. So you have to be prepared to go in, do a little bit of DIY, do a little bit of fixing, bit of shaving things off, bit of tidying things up. So let me get my iPro on, and what I've got here is I've got a full mag here, and one thing I have learnt about this Type 89, it's really not a good idea to load it on a closed bolt, and I think that has ultimately, that's the big lesson that I've learnt from having this gun. So always lock the bolt to the rear, then you can put the mag in, and hopefully when I drop this, there, it goes all the way forward into battery. I know that it's fed a BB, so it's going, this gun is now live, so I'm just going to put it on safe, And what do I have? I do have one of my tin targets here in a nice safe direction. So let's put this straight onto semi and make sure it's functioning properly. So yep, again the gun has correctly gone back into battery, so I have every reason to believe it's going to fire the next shot. Yep. And then ultimately these are the fun parts. Okay, so it kept feeding. I should have put more gas in it, obviously, but ultimately this was just a test. Right, that's all clear. But yeah, so Type 89's back up and running for the time being. I've actually got a game due soon, so I'm going to take it out and see if it makes it through the day. See if my homemade, just rebending that feeder, see if that's going to work. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. But until the next time, guys, take care.